Okay, good morning everyone. Live chat, that would be me. I think I'm waiting. Okay. Hello. I wanted to pop in to do a live and yeah, I just wanted to say hello and do some crafting. I'm hoping to do some crafting. Now, so I've got a couple of options. I can either do my paperclip swap, yeah, my paperclip swap for happy mailers, or I can do my envelope swap for Vivian's Craft Club Challenge. So I think I will attempt the envelope swap and see how I go. But you will have to bear with me because I've got nothing out for it, like I've not prepared. So let's start by getting envelope punch board out, and then what we'll do is we will choose some papers, I think. So so we probably want some double-sided papers. Although the lady that I am sending to, she so she likes so she said she could either do bright or pastels. So I was reading it before coming on. So she could either do brights or pastels. Her favorite color is purple, but she also likes music paper. So I either go down the vintage road of maybe a craft envelope with music paper and things like that if I can, or I do brights. So there's those two options. So Emma's here. Hello, Emma. So my computer's over on the right hand side, so I'm just hopping in and gonna do occasional things of adjusting. But so yes, Emma Lou Love says, "Yay, envelope swap." Okie dokie. Oh, right. So let's see. So Emma says, "Do I have any music paper?" That's a very good question. Yes, I do. I just don't know where it would be. I have a feeling. Let's have a. I'll just grab out my vintage box. If I had music paper, it would be in here. And it would only be small segments of music paper. It wouldn't be like giant. So here we go, we've got a couple of sort of ripped sheets here. So yes, that's an option. So yes, she said, what does she like to receive? She said she likes to receive handmade paper, like the girls, you know, the girls that you can, like the girl stickers, music, but yeah, it's hard because she said her favorite color is purple. You don't have a, you either go the brights with the purple or you go the vintage road with the music paper. So not sure now. So while I'm waiting and seeing if anyone else comes in, I'm going to have some breakfast. So Emma, do you see these in the supermarket? They're like the pancakes with the Nutella in them. These ones. But I just thought I'll grab one of those as a snack. What? I'm guessing it's pizza night. Did you have pizza? And I'm also guessing that if it's Dave's birthday tomorrow, you've bought him lots of presents. But I'm guessing we can't have the presents yet to see. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to knock you. I've even knocked the light, so that's probably going to make the light. Hi, Crystal, how are you? It's weird, the live chat's not coming up on my screen in front of me, so I might just back out of the live and go back in and see whether that makes a difference. So if we go to videos and then go into the live and see whether, yay, the live chat's there. That's better. Oh, okay, so you do have those pancakes at the supermarket. It's just easier now for me to see the live. You usually microwave them. I'm just going to have it cold. What time is it in America, Crystal, for you? Like, now, so, bright or music? Might just have a flick through my double-sided paper and see if any of it sort of rings purple. Not really. I'm not really a purple girl. I wonder whether I've got any purple inside one of my folders. Oh, so it's in the afternoon. Nice. Crystal, do you have the day off work? Maybe you get to finish early on a Friday. Sipping Baileys. Yum. Is it a flavoured Baileys? I've really got into Baileys recently with like the flavours. We had one at Christmas which was like a gingerbread one. And it was so yummy. Excuse my unorganisation on this. Normally I'd have something and I'd be doing it for you right now. I'm just pulling out all my folders just to check if any purple exists. I also don't buy ranges with purple. So I think I might go down the vintage road and go with the music paper because purple really doesn't exist in my stash. So let's have a oh yeah, yeah, definitely. I was thinking of making miniature like book page envelopes with my little die that you like. So she works second shift. Oh, okay, so you start at 3 now. So the career that you do, Crystal, I think it's quite important, isn't it? Like from memory, I think it's quite a very important one. Now I'm just emptying out this envelope so that we can look through and see whether there's things that I can use for envelope bases, and then we can go from there. Yes, an aerospace engineer. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Like, it must be such a high pressure job, and to then come home and craft must be so nice. Oh, I really love that paper. Let's keep that little scrap. Yeah, see, I like the color purple. I like purple when it's you know, in clothes, in other things, but it's just not for me when it comes to crafting. And I don't know why. I feel like somebody jinxed me when they told me that they couldn't craft with purple, and then that was Lizzy Hill, and I was like, oh, okay, why can't you craft with purple? And she was like, yeah, it just isn't a good color for. And ever since I've been like, oh, I can't craft with purple either. Maybe it's just all in my mind. So I could make mini paper envelopes out of the music. Yeah, yep. Yeah, good idea. I could definitely do hints of purple throughout the mail. Why is that repeating that comment? Did you put it on twice, Em? Or is that just my StreamYard giving me a comment twice? Like, I know that the swap says it's to use envelopes. Do you have to do an envelope flipbook? I can't remember the actual. I should have looked at Vivian's specifications, but I didn't. Eek. Oh, you did put it on twice. Okay. Girls, do you remember the specifications? Do you have to do a flip book, or can you just make envelope-based items? Does somebody mind popping into SwapBot to read the specifications for me? So this lady likes, because she didn't say she liked vintage, like Happy Mail. She said she liked handmade papers and music paper. So that makes me feel that maybe I should go bright mail and then give her goodies that are. Yes, it's Vivian's Craft Club challenge. I am probably very behind on it, and I should have already had it posted by now. Da, da, da. It's the swap over on SwapBot. Let's keep looking. Pulling here. All right. Yeah, I know. I'm getting a slow blink. It was a challenge for you too, because Oh, okay. Oh, so she didn't like pink or pastel. Oh, okay. Thank goodness it's not just me. So Emma hasn't started hers yet. That's maybe rather than going vintage, I go retro or something like with these cameras. Or with the butterflies, because there's hints of purple in it, and I could then go with the purple. Yeah, I think that's what I'm doing, girls. I'm using Vicky Bootin. Yeah, so it's not going to be vintage. It's just going to have that hint of purple just there. And alrighty, I've decided. And hey, Swapbot, I don't actually know this girl, so it's not like she's gonna be upset with me. Do you ever look at papers and go, I'm never using that, that's just staying? Hey Mandy, how are you? I would find that so difficult, not being able to use pink, or pink is my go-to color. So I wonder whether I use something like that too. So okay, so make a pen pal project out of envelopes. Okay. The project itself is Center's choice, so any style. Oh, okay, that's good. So it means that I can go my style more, and then as long as it's got envelopes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's awesome, Crystal. It means that I can not worry so much about her specifications when it comes to what she likes. And then I'll just do some envelope themed goodies with music paper, because that's something she does like. So I'll make the goodies more specifically for her, but then not worry about the actual envelopes too much. Now, so I'm going to make, or try to, my project that I normally do with the hidden pocket. And then, but I'm actually going to make different sized envelopes this time. I'm actually going to make it tall and slim. So I have a feeling it's 4x7 that I like. So my paper needs to be 8 3/4. Now, where's my guillotine? Okay, I will see you later. I'll catch you later. Happy birthday to Dave tomorrow. Enjoy watching television tonight. So 8 3/4. Now, but we want to keep that side of the paper which has purple. Let's go there for 8 3/4. And 8 3/4 is there now. Does that cut off? No, it's good. It keeps a lot of the paper. And then I can also use some of that as going inside the envelopes if I don't like the other side. So Crystal, are you having lunch at the moment, or will you have lunch soon? And Mandy, have you had your dinner already? I have to go with my regular questions, you see. 3/4. Okay. So make some envelopes. Excuse the squeaky chair. Yeah. So we want 3 3/8. 3/8. I'm just folding these because of the pattern. So yes, she's had dinner, sausage and spaghetti. Yum. Do you chop the sausages up and run it through the spaghetti or something different? We went out to dinner last night. We went to a restaurant called Zona, Zona, and I had salmon. The salmon came with like a little tiny pile of rice that had like cashews and like watercress, and it was super yummy. Yeah, really, really nice. Charlie had steak. That's really cool that I have managed to get that on the inside of that envelope. I will have to keep that. That's amazing how that's ended up with like that in the center. And I didn't even try. Okay, but we do want to try and keep some of this as our main. Now let's just try and think. One's going to slide into the other, but we want to have that as our main. Anyway, let's just do it. I'm not fussing. Oh wow, like the old spaghetti that you would get in the tin with the sausages. That's awesome. So, okay, so you had lunch out. Where did you go for lunch and what did you have? So 3 3/8. Is it there? 3 3/8. Just looks like that's not much of a. Let's just double check that before I make that mistake. 3 3/8. That's why, because I had it on 2 3/8. If I did that, I would have been in huge trouble. Let's just fold that again because it's not showing me that nice line, and then all I'm doing is running my finger up and making sure that that lines up. So girls, I am 2 weeks in to my, hey Raz, to my new school and my new job or career. Like, well, it's still the same job, it's still the same career, but I am loving it so far. Like, the teachers are lovely, the executive team are lovely. When I say the executive team, I'm talking about the principal, the assistant principal, the religious education coordinator, the people that are basically my bosses inside the school. Then the girls that I work with in the office, so that's Annalisa and Kate, and they are really, really lovely too. So I am feeling very lucky at the moment to have managed to get this job. Very, very lucky indeed. So hopefully, just for me, everything's just going to fall into place of just doing my job, coming home, not worrying, and actually getting to really enjoy coming home and doing crafting and really focusing on the YouTube channel and also enjoying my garden. Like last weekend, after my first week, I was kind of exhausted. I didn't want to come into the craft room. So all I did was spend the whole weekend in the garden, which was really, really lovely. Do you ever wonder why you round the corners of the little flaps when they're the ones that don't get seen? That's just really funny. Now, so in order for that one to be the one that we actually see, yeah, okay. So this one has to go in here like this. So let's make that the flap that goes in like that. That, yeah, perfect. Perfect, because then we've got some purple still showing. So let's round off the corners. What am I making, Ros? I am I'm working on Vivian's Craft Club challenge, and it's a Craft Club challenge Patreon swap. I follow her Patreon, and then what happens is she organizes a swap sometimes on her Patreon, and so that is what I am working on. I have a swap partner, and I don't know her. She's new to me. She's new to the community, I think. I think the reason she's new to the community is because she doesn't have a Swapbot profile. So I'm thinking she's quite new to Vivian's Patreon. So Mandy's like, yeah, I always round those too. Yeah, thank you, Mandy. I'm really, really enjoying it, and I'm getting like it's really weird because I've been so consumed in the last 3 years by one person that my brain has been so focused on her every weekend or every evening that it's just so weird to come home and actually be present in the moment and watching the television show without actually thinking about her. It's so, so weird that my life has been dominated by one person and my brain has been so, I don't know, obsessed with thinking about like I'm still dreaming about her. I dreamt about her the other day. So my brain still hasn't got over not thinking about her, but I'm loving coming home and actually just being present with my husband and not overthinking or worrying about what happened that day. So, all right, Crystal, that's lovely. Thank you for popping in. I hope you have a great day at work. Your job would be so high pressured that it would be quite hard, I imagine. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day at work. Not many people can have wonderful days at work, but those that do are very lucky. So bye. I will see you next time. Oh, okay. So Ros, you don't understand Patreon. Do you pay for the privilege of being a member, or have you got that wrong? No, I do pay. So yes, we pay Vivian a monthly subscription to be her member. So it's basically supporting her in what like in her creations, supporting her in her YouTube efforts, helping her create more videos because we are we're supporting her in that way. I'm just trying to think, what am I doing? I have to make an envelope in order to slide that in, so it will have to slide in there, and I might lose some of the purple, but that's okay. Yes, so Roz, you do pay, but you get so over on Patreon, when you sign into Patreon, you get extra content. So she'll make you extra videos. You know, some of the Patreons you sign up to give you free digitals. Some of them actually, like if you pay sometimes like huge amounts, because they have like different tiers of payment. So you can just be somebody that supports with just like a couple of pounds a month. There are other tiers that you do that would earn you more videos or more content, or so Patreon, whatever you pay for, it will give you the content that she allows for that tier. So you'd be blocked on other things. So like there's album love paper, or album love handmade paper, or something like that. I'm subscribed to her Patreon, and I don't pay the full amount. So when I go into Patreon, there are certain things that are like, it looks like a post, but it's got like a little lock on it. So it's something I can't access because I haven't paid that money to access it, if that makes sense. Now I'm wondering whether I do it that way around and then lose the, because then that comes the front cover. Do I lose that special? No, we don't lose that special look there. So yes. Hey, Robin. Oh, see you, Crystal. She's probably gone already. But yeah, hey, Robin. Lovely to have you pop in. But yes, so it's basically down to you, Roz. If you did want to join somebody's Patreon, it literally is, you choose what level you join at, whether you're just popping in just to support them, or whether you actually are signing in for getting benefits from the Patreon. There are some people that have a Patreon and you can pay up to like £15 a month, and you get maybe a whole Happy Mail from them every single month because you're paying that. So yeah, and I only do Patreon for the people that I really want to support, or the ones that I really like their designs. So like with Album Love Paper, I really, really love her design. And I like the fact that she does a free digital sheet each month. Not that I've ever used her digital sheet, mind you. I get them, I download them, and then I haven't done anything with them. So I'm just putting some glue on this flap, by the way, because it's going to slide into this envelope. So now this is the fun part. I might just bend that back so that I can slide it in without getting glue on that flap. Does that make sense? Come on, you can't stick just yet. So yes, that is the flip book that I'm making, or it's not even a flip book, it's a booklet, isn't it? So I'll just stick that down. So that goes in there and sticks down. And then I'll bring that flap back round because I just didn't want to get glue on this flap. Just get my, not my bone folder, but the little doober that comes with your scoreboard. So we have hints of purple, and I think we'll probably add more hints of purple throughout so that it sort of meets her specification of what she likes. Yeah, thanks for that. I think the only ones I've seen are super expensive. Yeah, you don't have to do that. Yeah, album Love Handmade. She's amazing. Yep. So I only pay for a lower tier with album Love Handmade, so I get the digital. It's just a digital that you can download, and it's like she'll do butterflies, or she'll do like collaged things that you can cut out and use as things for yourself. So that's only a couple of dollars a month, and it's just easy for me. It wouldn't even be a couple of pounds for you, Roz. But yeah, there's loads of different ones, and you can just investigate on what you like. Yay, thanks, Robin. Lovely to have you come in, because I haven't spoken to you guys in ages, really. So yeah, I was just saying, Robin, that I am in my new job. I've been in it for 2 weeks now, I think, and I'm just loving it, really, really loving it. So now, so we have our basic layout of the 2 envelopes. Normally I put a Velcro dot on here. Now I'm quite lucky because these arrived yesterday, because I ran out of them weeks ago, and these are from AliExpress. So I'm just going to use one of these. Hey Janaea, how are you? Ah, lovely to see you, or to not see you, but to see you come in. And stay as long as you need to. Like if you need to hop off because of the boys, you go. So now let's just stick the 2 Velcro things together, and we'll pop that up there on the middle of the flap, and then down. Ta-da! So this lady that I'm sending to, her swap profile said that she likes you know those ladies, like these ladies. She likes these, so I'm thinking I'll probably use one of these on the male. Let's go. I think we'll go her, but we might have to pop her on some music paper so she stands out. Who knows? We will. I might get my vintage box and get out my music paper and my book paper. Yeah, so Album Love Paper doesn't do YouTube yet. She's great on Instagram though, Roz, if you see her. Oh, you've gone for her snail mail tier. Oh, I can't wait to see what you get. There's just so much lovely stuff that she sends out. Yeah, that's something that would be nice. Let's grab that piece of paper. That's nice. I don't know. I should do something like that because I can afford to. Like, it's not like the fact that I've just had an order come in from Craft Online yesterday that this is inspired by Crystal, by the way, that's just left. Crystal, she had jewel drops the other day, and she put them onto like the word spring on her Happy Mail on one of her videos. She was sharing her Happy Mail creations, and she had the jewel drops, and I've got the yellow jewel drops, but I went with a pink jewel drops as well because I really liked the translucent effect on the word spring that she had. So I got the pink, And then this one here I got because I've not had a nice pink. I've only had like the hot pinks. So this one is bubblegum pink. Then this one here is glitter drops. I wanted to give that a try. They are like a crystal. Oh, it says white blizzard. Then this is inspired by Emma because she got these the other day, or not the other day, but a while ago. These are the vintage drops. So this is Dusty Rose, Vanilla Milkshake. I love that color. And then this one here is Bonnie Blue. Bonnie Blue. So, yes, I don't know why I was even talking about these. Is because, oh yes, I can afford to do probably a Happy Mail tier or a Snail Mail tier on somebody's Patreon, I'm sure. So anyway, we'll carry on looking through the box and seeing if we can pull out some vintage paper or handmade paper for this lady so that we can do some clusters or something. Let's have a look. Oh, we've had a couple more people join, have we? So we have Craft and Cake with Billy. Hello, Billy. Oh, lovely to see you come in. And then we have Charis Means Grace. This is really nice paper. Yeah, thank you. Loving the envelopes. Oh, okay. So Janaea, you'd really like some of the vintage drops. You've been eyeing them forever. Yeah, yeah. I've been wanting them for a very long time, just to see what they come out like. So yeah, I'm looking forward to testing these. Yeah, very exciting. So I will probably test them out on some of the goodies that I have for this mail actually, because we'll see how we go. Now, excuse me, I'm just looking through and pulling out things that might work. This is what I call my vintage box. I'm just pulling out things that I could probably do like a cluster or a layered section with. And the only reason I'm thinking of doing, oh, that's my own handmade paper, that one. I just made it into an envelope, but we might actually just see if we can do something with it. But yes, the lady that I'm sending to, one of her specifications is that she likes handmade paper and she likes music paper as well. So I'm hoping to be able to and she also likes purple. So in order for me to actually use like music paper and purple, is I've kind of got something with like a purple background, and I might just put hints of purple in there. Like I know that is more of a pink, but the Dusty Rose could actually sort of tie in some purple maybe. Anyway, let's keep looking. Now I've got that stash of labels. Well, that might be good. You know, like the little scraps that you keep. Why do we do that? You know, like that and that. Would you not have thrown that away? But I've kept it. That's so odd. And if you spoke to like just somebody that's not a crafter and you said, yeah, I keep scraps of paper, do they think you're the nuts? Okay, so Roz says the jewel drops are her favorite. Yeah, I really like the jewel drops because they're so like translucent. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Looking forward to me using them. Um, no, they're never on sale. The for me in I know that Roz actually gets quite good deals with Nuvo, but I have a feeling that's because she goes direct to them. Maybe Roz, you can tell us if you have any tips on how to get Nuvo cheaper. But I know for me that they never go on sale here in Australia. Okay, let's carry on. I think I'll stop looking now and pop this box back, and I've got quite a nice selection on my desk. It looks like the sun's coming up, which is nice. Okay, so oh yeah, handmade paper, so easy. So Billy, handmade paper, all I did was I took, you know, all my paper scraps. I took all of for a while, like I took all my white and cream paper scraps. I soaked them in water in like a big vase. I had a glass vase, and I literally just ripped up all my scraps of cream and white paper, and then I soaked them in water overnight. And then what I did was I put them in my blender, and it made like this pulp. And then what I did was I put them into, you know, the big buckets with the handles either side, like the plastic. So I poured water into there, like a good 4 inches of water. Then I poured my blender full of the pulp into there. And then what you do is you stir it up, and then you use like this mesh. And it's like got a frame around it. I can't remember what it's called. There is actually a special name for it. But what I did was I made my own. I went and I bought a photo frame, like a really big photo frame, and then I used my staple gun and I stapled like tulle onto the photo frame. And that's what I used. Because if you buy the real deal ones, they're like $100. But I think I made mine for something silly like $8. So yeah, it was nice and easy. I just took a photo frame, took the glass out. It was wooden, so all I did was use my staple gun to put the tulle on, and it worked perfectly. So then you stir up the pulp, you then put your frame in and under, and then you pull it up through the water, and then all the pulp lays on top. Then what you do is you use a tea towel to then turn the frame over onto, because all the pulp's stuck there. And then what you do is you use like just a sponge, like one of, you know, your dish sponges, and then you push the tulle onto the tea towel from the other side, and then what happens is the pulp that you've got all laid out then goes onto the tea towel. Like you've got holes in it, mind you, like the paper that I used, but and then this is one of mine as well. It's just like an offcut of the that would have been the edge. Like it wasn't a perfect edge to it, but that will be perfect to sit that girl on. It was such a fun task, and I did it on a really sunny day out in the garden. Yeah, so that's going to be perfect for on there. Let's use that little tiny scrap of paper, and then let's bring in the girl. Do we like that? Oh, she likes music paper. Let's get some notes of music paper. Now I like that one. It says somewhere my love, so I'm not going to rip too much, but let's maybe rip down here. I'm not keen on the fact that somebody's written notes there, so wonder whether we just All right, let's just tear that little section off at the bottom and see whether that works. So anyway, let's carry on reading comments. Perfect little bits. Yeah, exactly. You don't throw them away, Mandy. My kids think I'm crazy anyway. Yes, Robin, I think my colleagues, when I talk about Happy Mail, they're like, what are you talking about? Like yesterday, I was telling somebody that you can get your own personalized Australia stamps, and they were like, what? So you send your face on a stamp? And I was like, yeah, but it's fun. And they were like, you're crazy, like. uh, and then who was it that there was somebody that met the Queen. It was a comedian that met the Queen. I think it was an Australian comedian. And they said to the media afterwards that he really wanted to lick the back of her head because he said that's what all he's done all his life because of the stamps. Oh dear, crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh yeah, do you know, you'd be awesome at making paper, and how nice would that be? Also, girls, what I did was I had a bouquet of flowers at the time, and they were dried because I'd turned them upside down, and so I used petals in there. I've already given away all of the handmade paper with the petals in, but that looked really cool, really, really cool. But yeah, it was so easy. Yeah. Da, 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 da. But yeah, you need like a warm day, like a hot day for it to dry as well. Ah, flexible. Yeah. It was because it was nice and thin. I found that a couple of the ones that I did were really thick, and like they would break as soon as you it was beautiful, Janaea. But yeah, some of the ones that I did were thick. Yeah, Mandy's saying that the stamps I put on mail are fabulous. Oh, yeah. I wonder why Royal Mail doesn't allow you to do your own personalized stamps. How cool would that be? I wonder whether, well, Robin's saying I didn't know you could customize stamps. You can here in Australia, Robin. You pay for a sheet of stamps. I'll show you. Um, I don't know whether you can do it in America. Okay, so this is what you get. It's called My Stamps, and then your favorite moments are unforgettable. So you've got like Australia Post down here, and then basically it's your own stamps. So this is one of mine, and you can see I've used a lot of them already. And then this one's one of mine, like the You Bring Color to My Life. I really like that one because I did this snail on a rock, and I thought to myself, snail mail, very cute. And then yes, I do send my face as a stamp. So and all it is basically you pay for the sheet of stamps. So the cost of the actual stamp itself. So you pay for the cost of stamp because you choose your own value on what you want to have on your stamp, and then what happens is you then pay $10 extra for them to actually print the custom sheet. So yeah, that's I think it's such a good idea, and I'm glad I have got my own stamps, and I've chosen like these are all international, so you get this little blue banner here that says International Post. So I chose to actually make all of mine international stamps because what I did was I did all four of these stamps and added up the value of them to be a large letter to Europe, because I do mainly send to the UK because of friends and family over there. So I actually because it's $14.60 for a large letter to the UK. So each one of these 4 stamps actually adds up to $14.60, because that's what I do. And then in this one, ignore the Winnie the Pooh ones, but I bought this set of Winnie the Pooh ones because I love Winnie the Pooh. But in this one, I have my domestic ones and also one more international one. So my domestic stamps, which are for Australia only, are $1.10, and that is my noodles. So yeah. And then I have the other one, which is my Jadzia. So my Jadzi baby. So I send my cats domestically. And then this one here, I really like the shape of the Australia. So what I did was I took a photo and added it here. And this is of a local park to me. It's like the autumn colours here, and it's called Cook Park, this one. So I did that. The only thing you can't do is use photos of other people's work, or I know that Lizzy Hill, she tried to use like, so she took a photo of something like this with the cluster, and she was wanting to put that in a stamp. But unfortunately, Australia Post questioned whether she had the rights to, you know, like the girl or the paper or the, and she was like, well, no, I don't, but it's, you know, I've made the cluster. And they were like, sorry, you can't use that unless it's something you've drawn. Or so. And I know Pick Your Mix, Arumi, she does her own stamps because that is the artwork she's drawn. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hey, Bethany, how are you? Lovely to see you pop in. Did you get my mail? Did I send a mail to you? I did. I'm wondering whether you've received it. Probably gone missing. Probably gone missing. Now, I don't think I want the whole of that, so I'm just going to rip it here and have it go under the girl. And then we have touched on our music paper that we need for this lady. I might just rip down that back piece a little bit so it's not as big. Okay, so yes, customized stamps, very, very good. I'm happy that Australia Post does do it. Lizzy Hill does some great customized stamps. If you ever see her mails. Okay. Yeah, that's better. That's better. And then what I'll do is I will, oh, do I do a pocket first so that I can put some girls in the pocket? Yes, I do. All right, let's get the scoreboard. So then there's a pocket on that page. And then what I'll do is I'll do some Nouveau drops in that dusty. But obviously the Nouveau drops have to be the last thing, so that I can tie in the purple. But yeah, let's make a pocket. Hello, bee thimbles. Okay, let's pop this there. I have a feeling there's already a line there, so let's follow that line. one down there. Now this is the way that I make a random pocket. We just want to work out where we need it to stop, and it's about there. So all I ever do is I just fold in the sides. Now I need to find my little marker with my finger. And all I do is chop down there. And how tall do I want my pocket? Well, I need it to be as tall as her, don't I, if I'm putting girls in? I do. So I need it to come just underneath the time section just down here. So we're going to score again because we want to fold it under. Just like that. And I'm just going to snip another length. So get rid of that bit. So then you open it up and then cut off the corners. There. And that's our pocket, but what we're going to do is create a circle. So just eyeball it and see that it's in the center. You're looking at either side to check that you have equal distance, and of course that's not going to cut because it's vellum. So all I just did was push the actual punch back down because it had trapped. At least we have a kind of circle here that I can then fix up myself. Does anyone ever have that with a circle punch that it doesn't want to cut the vellum? Ta-da! We have a pocket that we're just going to move our little cluster of girl and pop on here. Oh, have I brushed that one, haven't I? Let's just fold in one of the sides a bit more. So have we've got less on this side than the other one, so we're just going to bring in this side a bit more. Just gonna okay, so let's get the double-sided tape. It's nice that you're being able to chat between yourselves while I focus on making a pocket. Now, is anyone else creating or making while they are here? I'm just going to also slide off the top sections just in case it's seen. So all I did with this paper was it actually was just a plain vellum, and I took a digital sheet that I had on my computer and printed it onto here, so it kind of gave it this cream background with words. So I just really like the way that turned out through my printer. The person that taught me to do that was Mandy. Okay, let's carry on just popping double-sided tape down the sides. So let's put that back on, and it should fit this time. Yes, it does. So I'm going to do what I normally do and pop only part of the, so you turn down part of the tape just there, so you've got the sticky just at the top. You place your pocket where you need it, there, and you place it and you press with your fingers, so you're holding it into position, and then you press in that one area that you have the sticky removed. So it basically holds it in place, and then you peel out the sticky so that it's in place, and all you have to do then is go up underneath with your finger and take out all the other pieces of sticky. That's that one, and then last one up here. And down. So it just means your pocket is perfectly placed. Now let's get rid of the scoreboard now that we've made our pocket. I'm just following along the conversation just without Oh, okay, so Bethany, you're just about to play with your KS Crafts dies. Nice. Chaos Crafts, is that the AliExpress shop? But I think that they do other things as well, don't they? They have actual like they send them to people, don't they, for playing with, like they have designers that use them. Oh, it's a little die cutting machine. Oh, that's so cute. That is so, so cute. Could you imagine, Bethany, when you've done it, you'll have to take a photo and put it on the Happy Mailers so that we can see what it is, because it sounds so adorable. Now, so with the handmade paper, I'm going to use double-sided tape because the glue might just make it fall apart. And it also might affect the vellum underneath. So yeah, that's exactly right. Like YouTubers that use their products as like a design team member, I guess. So Bethany, are you a design team member, or are you just purchasing the dies? Okay. Ah, they're on Amazon too. Okay, let's keep now. So the paper's ripping when I'm trying to take the double-sided tape off because it's so delicate. It's flexible, Janaea, but it's also delicate. It wants to rip. I'm trying very hard just to peel the backing off without ripping the paper. Let's pop that down there. Now, so I should be able to use wet glue on the book page and the music paper. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Robin's a purchaser. I think I have purchased from them. I can't remember. I think I'm an AliExpress girl, so I bet you anything I have purchased from them. I think that they are very specific in their dyes, in their in what they create. Whereas I really, really like the Happy Mela designs. That's that one. Now let's get my girl and place her. So she's going to go here. And then her legs are going to be in this gap of the music. Or I think, actually, we might have to, yeah, we'll do that. Pull it over a bit. So that's going to go under the H. All right, wish me luck. Hopefully I've got this in position. They need to invent a tool that means that once you place something, you could then have it all glued down. Well, that's typical, isn't it? Just rub it all over your desk. So you can have it all glued down without having to lift it all up again, especially when you actually quite like the placing of something. It needs to come down there. Oh, don't rip it. Okay, so now our girl will be perfect there. Okie dokie. You love the music paper. Yes. Well, this is what that the lady that I'm sending this to, in Vivian the Paper Letter Blog's Patreon swap. She mentions music paper quite a bit, and she also really likes these girls. So I am making this pocket so I can actually put some girls in this pocket for her as a goodie. And then I plan to possibly make some envelopes, like from my mini envelope die, because the swap itself is about envelopes. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is making probably some mini envelopes out of the music paper, Robin. Ah, Bethany, you're just a purchaser. Yes, you do like watching the design team members. I think I ended up stopping watching them because they were enabling my craft habit or my purchasing. So yes. Ah, okay. So Janaya, you put glue dots to glue your clusters. Yes. Yes, you need that. Now, once, like in America, there is a crafter that I watch, and she has this, it's like cling film. Do you guys use cling film? You call it glad wrap over there, don't you? Glad wrap, or but she uses this product and it's like cling film. Oh, that's really warped. Oops, never mind. Maybe I should have used double-sided tape on that one. It's like glad wrap or cling film, and she uses it. So she puts a cluster down or something like that. Then she rips off a piece of this glad wrap or cling film, and then she sticks it on here on the actual top. But It's not Glad Wrap. It's something called Stays On or not Stays On. It's a product that you guys have that I don't think I've seen in the UK when I lived over there or here. It's sticky. It has a press and seal. That's it, Robin. Press and seal. Press and seal. What do you guys use press and seal for, other than what I've seen her use it, which is like crafting? Do you think? Yep, press and seal, definitely what she uses. I'm just wondering what it's actually used for. Crafts, lol. Yep, just used for crafts. But yeah, I've seen this girl and she makes her clusters and she makes everything the way she wants it and she puts it down. But then what she'll do is she'll use press and seal on the actual whole lot. So it picks it all up. She then turns it over with the press and seal. She puts all her glue down and then she literally just puts it down. Oh, okay, so it seals a lot tighter than cling wrap. Yeah, okay. See, I just think that's really handy. I'd love to actually, yeah, I guess it's a product that we don't have. It's a product we don't have. Never mind. Never mind. Now, I think on the front, I don't know how I'm going to decorate it, but let's see what we've got in this little label bag thing that I've stored loads of stuff in. I'm liking this. It's Australian, so somebody must have sent it to me from Australia, but it's, you know, like the out of the index of a map, maybe. So let's see. Can I actually use the handmade envelope? No, I can't. Let's see if I have any really cool labels that I can use. That's a nice one. That really works well. We're just going to make a cluster of labels on the front. Oh, apparently she likes grid paper, so let's use that grid paper there. So yes, once again, I think I'll use some Nuvo drops on here to tie it all in sort of to the purplish. I think I actually have a purple as well at the back of my stash, but I won't get that. Oh, okay, so yeah, it would be great for when you have a dough, or even if you wanted to use it to seal it over a bowl, I'm guessing, like, oh, painter's tape. That's a good idea, because then it's not going to rip everything that you've got. Oh, will that one work? No, just adding a color that. Exciting. But there you go. I need to have some press and seal, girls. Let's see whether Australia bring it in. Actually, I should probably check because we have what we call Glad Wrap here, and I have a feeling that that's actually an American brand. So we might have press and seal already, and I just haven't looked in the supermarket aisle for it. Okay. So you can use it more than once, can you, Bethany? I like that. Yeah, it would mean that it would be quite a handy product to have in your craft room. that you can just pick up your clusters, stick them down, and then have that sheet in order to do it again for the next time. Okay, so that's label number 1. Let's go label number 2. I think this is even a sticker from the feel of it. I'm hoping I've gone down the right theme for this lady, because she definitely said that she's like, she didn't say that she liked vintage. She said she either liked bright colors, her favorite color's purple, and then you also had the fact that she really likes handmade paper and music paper. So that's what I've gone with, is sort of that theme of the fact that she likes the handmade paper and the music paper is, yeah. So anyway, if I've done the wrong thing, I've done the wrong thing, but hopefully she just enjoys the fact that it's a happy mail. Do you think? That black frame is throwing me out because it's got a white background, whereas all the others are sort of a creamy background. So I'm going to take that black frame out, but I'm going to then bring in a stamp that I have. I'm going to get a black ink and we're going to stamp it on some handmade paper. I have another frame. Thanks, Bethany. I'm hoping she'll like it. Like I said, she's confused me with the fact that she likes brights, purple, but then she really likes these, you know, the vintage girls and the handmade papers. Let's see whether that works. Stamping this frame on this handmade paper, because it's got obviously a lot of texture, so it might not even stamp very well. Ah, that will do. That'll do nicely. Just so that we can make a nice cluster of frames on the front. Let's pop that back into there and pop it back over there. But yeah, what I might do is I'll take apart that envelope that I have, which is my handmade paper, and then I will send her some bits of the handmade paper, because then at least I can say it's my own. Perfect. I like the fact that that adds a bit more texture as well, and it matches the colors of the backgrounds. Do you know what I really need? Is I need a tape runner, you know, like the ones that you can roll rather than having to do double-sided tape all the time. Otherwise, I think this is definitely going to warp. I am a bit pop back on. All right, see you, Janaea. Are you going? It says I am for a bit, and we'll pop back on if you guys are still here later. Okay, will do. Yes, have a lovely weekend if you don't pop it back in. Now, so I think I need to come down, and then we'll make that come up. That's nice with the actual edge that comes out underneath. See, once again, need my press and seal, don't I? What I might do is stick that one onto there first in that little. So I'm just going to use a little tiny dot of glue and see whether that warps. like that layout. And we might just pop that down there. Do we like that, girls? Does that need to come somewhere else? Maybe that way around? There. Does it come right in the center? Not sure now that I like it because of the fact that that's a very, very dark black. Maybe I need to rethink stamping that in a vintage brown. Let's grab vintage photo. See whether it will be better stamped in that. Running out of space with this little scrap, aren't I? Come on then, stick. Oh, it kind of needs to be black brown, doesn't it, rather than just brown or black. And I like the black because it's maybe I do black again. All right, so I've run out of paper on that little scrap. Let's see if I got another scrap over here. Yes, I do. Let's do a VersaFine in the black. At least I'm going to have lots of little lovely frames on handmade paper. Let's do the VersaFine black and see whether we can just do a very, very quick and light stamp of this. So let's see. Ready? Yeah, I think it's better having just a very quick stamp of it. So it's not very, very thick. Anyway, we'll test out those. I'll cut them up. You like it to the right, Robin? Okay, fantastic. Sounds good. Let's cut that. I'm thinking maybe the one that actually didn't stamp very well is going to be the best option, because then at least it's mottled. Yeah, yeah, and it sort of ties in very well with the dotted line here, like the dotty or yeah. Okay, so I've got a couple of frames for another time. What I might even do is cut those out and give them to her. Yeah, a little thinner. Yeah, I agree. Oh, Chinese for dinner. Yum. What time is it there, Bethany? Because when Crystal popped in, and I think Crystal's over near Seattle, she said it was about 12:30. So that would have been probably an hour ago. It would be 1:30 in the afternoon for Crystal. So tell me where you guys are and let me know. You know what time it is. Just going to pop a couple more dots along the base. Okay. So we kind of have that clustered together. Let's pop some double-sided tape. Okay, so it's 5 p.m. for Robin, 5 p.m. for Bethany. So you guys must be on the other side of the states. I think you guys, there's Central, they call it Central Eastern, don't they? They call it Central Western. Yeah, lots of different time zones, isn't there? But that's because it's probably, is America the biggest country in the world? Or is that Australia? Ah, yeah, East Coast. Oh, you just had your time change. So it's, I'm just trying to think, daylight savings. There are 4 time zones in the States. So it must be the biggest country in the world because here the difference in time between here and Perth is 4 hours. You think Russia is? Okay, yeah, Russia probably could be. Ah, maybe way off. Now, so is everyone going to get some crafting done this weekend? At least a little bit of time to themselves, you think? Now, we have our cluster that we quite like. We're just going to pop that in the center. Down a bit. Up a bit. And then let's bring in our little frame. Now, I'm just going to sit here and stare at that for a bit and see whether I like it. We've got 5 swaps to finish up. My goodness, I've only got 2, and that's making me feel anxious having 2. I'm going to take that out because it's making me not like it, because it's the cream background is probably a bit too much. So let's see what happens when we bit crooked, but never mind, we will see. Now, so the only thing is I'm hoping that the girl I'm sending to, so she's in Canada, she's part of Vivian's Patreon. I'm hoping that she doesn't watch my channel, because otherwise she's going to get a massive spoiler. But I don't think she would. Like, I don't think she... Now, let's have a look at that and see whether that makes a difference. Yeah, I think I like that better. Oh, yes, that's another good idea, Robin. So let's try that. Okay, let's get our stamp. Let's pop it there and then find something to stamp it off onto. Have I got a scrap of paper? Yep, here we go. We have an invoice or a receipt for Seeds of Plenty, because as you can tell, I'm obviously into my gardening. Yeah, no, that works really well, Robin. Let's see whether that... Yeah, it does. Now, so let's get another bit of the book paper that we like. It's just up here. Yeah, that's fab. See, Robin, that's why I need you. That's why I need people here. Let's stamp it off because I quite liked the second stamping. And then let's pop that in line there and stamp it off. Yeah, that's perfect. I might even do it again down there and see what we get. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Robin. That's what I needed. Although I do like that, I still really like it. I'm still going to keep it and use it. So let's chop these out and see which one we prefer. That one. I'm wasting paper, aren't I? Never mind. What time is it? Let's have a look. Oh, 8 o'clock. 8 a.m. ladies here. I started at 6:30. I woke up at 5:05 this morning. My brain decided to wake me up at that time. Actually, I really like that one. So let's look. And we'll look again. I like this one because it's pale. But the one thing I really like about this is it seems to be darker at the top and then lighter at the bottom. Yep, that's the one. Yes, loving my new job. So I have spoken to the girls already about the job earlier, but I will go again with that. Yeah, new job is amazing. Just different different atmosphere altogether. It's absolutely crazy how corporate the other school felt, how now I'm a rule follower, don't get me wrong, I love rules, but it just feels so much more relaxed at the new school. Like if something isn't schmick when it comes to policy, it's almost like they're like, oh well. And I know a school shouldn't do that. I know a school, like in my mind as well, like because I am a rule follower, I am very much like, oh, I don't know whether that's right. But because I've come to actually get away from a bad situation that I was in, and I was constantly thinking about a woman that was not treating me well, and I was thinking about her every night of the week and on weekends. I'm actually quite happy to be somewhere that's more relaxed and more easygoing, and I would rather that than what I had. And I was saying as well earlier that it's so nice. Like I actually said to my husband, we're watching The Crown at the moment. We started The Crown ages ago, and we stopped watching as soon as the series ran out. But then there's been more series since. So what we've done is we've started back at the beginning again to start watching it again. But it was I think it was Tuesday night or Wednesday night, and I turned to him and I paused The Crown, and I turned to him and went, I'm actually watching this show. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, I'm actually watching this TV series without being elsewhere, without being in my mind thinking about, you know, the lady that I used to work with. And it's just like she obviously overtook my mind. Like, how do you say that? Not overtook, but she was renting space in my brain. And it's just, it's been so lovely to actually turn to him and say, I'm actually present. I'm actually here right now. Like, I'm not thinking about her. Now, obviously, I'm thinking about her now because I'm talking to you guys about it. But I know that this weekend I'm going to be happy in my craft room because my new job, I've not come home thinking about it or thinking about something that needs doing, or yeah, I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it, loving it. And the girls that I work with in the office are just so supportive and so kind. Yes, Bethany, she was renting space in my brain and not paying for it. Yeah, and it's really, really good. So yes, I've definitely made the right decision in moving across. I know that I'm only here for a year contract, but I have a feeling that the lady that I have replaced is not likely to come back. She could, and then if that's the case, then I will have to go and find another job. But I'm not thinking about that at the moment because I'm really enjoying being in this place. Does that make sense? Now, so I wonder whether she would look good. No, she's too big. It's far too big. But yes, that is my current situation. Really enjoying the new job. The girls in the office are absolutely brilliant, supporting me every step of the way. Yeah. Yes, freedom. That's exactly right, Robin. This new job, because even though it's what I was saying is like I'm a rule follower and these guys are a bit more relaxed. It's definitely the right word, freedom. Because as well, like I haven't got people looking over my shoulder. Like being in the office at the other place, if a child was sick or they'd come to sick bay and they were sick and you spoke to the teacher and you worked out, yeah, they've been feeling this way all day and they really need to go home to their parents. What would happen is I would have to ask permission to send the child home. But it's weird because at this place they're like, you decide, you send them home. You can decide whether to ring the parent. You do it. And I'm like, oh gosh, like I've always had to ask permission. I've always had to check that I'm okay to send somebody home. I know that sounds really weird. Um, and it was always that lady that was the one that I had to check with because she wanted control. No, not at all. I'm happy to repeat myself. Okay, so let's put a couple of bits of purple here because that is the link that we are doing to make it have a bit of purple in it for this lady who likes purple. Does that sound weird? And then, like I said, I'll come in and use, I think some of this. I don't know. I don't have a purple Nouveau drop, but I'll use some of this because I have a feeling it kind of is more purpley than pink. So yes, but that'll be at the end because yes, it's almost like I'm the student. I'm the one that had to ask permission. I'm the one that had to. But at this new job, they're allowing me to do my job. I know that sounds weird, but it was almost like I couldn't do my job properly over there because I constantly had to watch my back and make sure I was doing the right thing. Whereas here, They're like, yep, you go ahead, you do that, you make that decision, because they're too busy. Like the executive team at this new school are too busy to be constantly making my decisions for me. So yeah, it's just lovely. Really, really lovely. Great atmosphere. And we went out to dinner on Thursday because it was St. Paddy's Day. It was quite ironic. It was St. Paddy's Day, but we ended up going to Lok Sing, which is a Chinese restaurant. It was funny because as well, we had the whole restaurant to ourselves. Obviously, because it's St. Paddy's Day and everybody else was somewhere else, one of the Irish pubs or yeah, so now I think I need to cover this pattern here. I love the fact that this has got this pop of colour, but I have a feeling I need to cover up some of this pattern, the blue one underneath. If I use that, let's see. Yes, so. And then it was weird because I thought we were just going out to dinner just as a group, because that's something that because, you know, they said to me that they go out to dinner regularly, and I was like, oh, okay, let's go to dinner. So we went to dinner, and then at the end of the dinner, the principal stood up and said, oh, and this is, you know, this is a dinner to welcome Beck to the team, and I was stood like I was at the end of the table going, oh gosh, and they're all clapping me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's lovely. So yeah, and it was lots of lovely teachers at the dinner, and it was yummy food, yummy food. I won't say the word, Bethany, just in case. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm not wholesome. Gosh, my husband wouldn't agree with that. That's funny. I'm wholesome in the sense that I work at a school. I work at a school, and they in my other school, the beautiful teachers that I loved, they wrote in my card, "Goodbye, Mary Poppins," because I remind them of Mary Poppins. Now, does that work, girls? That's throwing me off again. Maybe I should have gone with more of the white base and the black. Come on then, let's carry on. Yeah, let's see whether we can do that instead. Right. So yes, I am having a great time in the new job. And I said to Charlie last night, because even though we went, oh gosh, that means I've been out to dinner twice this week. I didn't even think of that. I said to Charlie when I picked him up yesterday from work, I was like, should we go out to dinner? Because I feel, I don't know, I feel happier. I feel like, you know, it's the first time me and Charlie have gone out for dinner in what seems like forever. I think we've been out to dinner for ages. We went out with our neighbours when they invited us recently, but that's different because that's going out with other people, and you know, you get invited and you don't want to say no every time, because that's something I'm very conscious of, because I do say no quite a lot, because you know, when you're an introvert, like I don't think I'm an introvert, but you're just a homebody. That's right, a homebody. Somebody that likes to stay at home. But yes, we went out to dinner with the neighbours, but me and Charlie ourselves haven't been out in ages. But I feel that's because of my mental health. I feel that's because of the way I've been feeling. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, it's definitely not got that right tinge. Now, so you've got lots of blotches over here. I wonder whether I can pull off some blotches. Let's see. I'm wondering whether I can use my blender brushes that might still have a touch of colour on. Does that make sense? If I use the pink and grey, they might have a touch of colour on still. Let's see. I don't think anything's coming up on that one. There might be something coming up on that one. Yes, I think the pandemic's done the same for me. Is made me want to stay at home a lot more. Might even get some purple. Hey, let's try some. Let's try some blue. Have any colour on? No, it doesn't. It just looks like it's stained. Let's see whether this one has any colour on. Oh, it does. Oh, be careful. Let's just pop a little bit of colour. Just dot it around. Fine. I think that's some of this blue. Yeah, okay, so how's the virus going over in America, guys? Like, because here at the moment, it's kind of, we're getting a few cases. Like the parents have to call us at the school if someone has COVID, and they're just letting us know that they're going to be away for the week, because they have to be away for, I think, 7 days here. But yes, there's only a couple of cases a day in our school, and then all they have to do is self-isolate for 7 days, and then they come back. Oh, good plan, Robin. I choose not to watch the news either, and that's why I'd say that yeah, that's not too bad. I've probably gone a bit overboard there with the purple, so I might even try and put that up onto the, just add a touch more purple around the butterflies. Yeah, not too bad. Might even just pop some on the edge. Just here. Yeah, good choice, girls. Not to watch the news, because it really isn't very good for one's mental health. Stopped watching the news when our pandemic started kicking off. It was more 2021 than 2020 itself. That's when ours really started, because we managed to survive 2020 really without too many cases, but there was what started happening in Australia is when things started picking up, when we started getting like 1,000 cases a day or even 500 cases a day in our state. The lady in charge of our state, Gladys, she used to come on the news at 11 o'clock every morning. And so what was happening was she was giving us all an update at 11 o'clock, like, you know, like all the new restrictions and things like that. So that was 11 o'clock every morning, and that started in, it would have probably been the March school holidays this time last year. And I was on school holidays because obviously I work at a school, and at 11 o'clock every day I was sat there watching her broadcast. I was watching her announcement at 11 o'clock every day, and I found that I was hooked. I was, you know, it was almost like I was hooked by needing to know the numbers, needing to know what the next step was for us and what we were going to do. And but then I realized that this was really bad for my mental health. I was like, it was almost like I was catastrophized. Like, I think there's actually a word, isn't there, like catastrophe thinking, like constantly thinking that the worst is going to happen. And I was like, because I think it would have been when I went back to school, and you know, we were still turning on the news to watch her 11 o'clock broadcast, and I was like, no, we can't do this. We've got to stop. I was getting so upset, especially when the cases went from like 500 to 1,000 in something like a week. And that's every day, like getting a new 1,000 cases. And I was like, nope, can't keep doing this, can't keep watching. So so we have just come out of mask wearing here. We don't have to wear masks anymore. But I'm sure that'll soon change again, because it's almost like it dips in cases and then starts rising again. Okay, girls, at least I have been able to cover up that other pattern there with that one, and then I still have this lovely burst of colour here for the lady who likes bright colours but also likes other stuff. I like the fact that I've got the purple through there. I've got purple dot there. And then, do we need one of these girls on the front? Let's see. Now, where are my girls? There they are. You can see I don't use these girls often enough. I'll definitely be able to share some with this lady. There's a whole wad of girls. Now, gosh, she's a bit not right. These are cute ladies. I love the retro ladies. But I don't think that is what this lady likes, because otherwise she would have said retro and vintage. She's in purple. She's a bit perfect, isn't she? She's lovely. She's in the right colour. Do I stop looking? I think I stopped looking now because she's just perfect. So let's have a little look. Oh, Robin, you only go out once a month. Is that to do like food shopping and stuff, or do you get your food delivered to you? And then thank God for technology. Yeah, advanced enough to get your things delivered, definitely. Definitely. I like her because she's reading a book, but I don't think she's as good as our purple girl here. She's wearing an umbrella. No, I think purple girl is perfect because it matches the color that this lady likes, but it still stays in the theme. And then at least it kind of finishes off the front cover there without me having to do a sentiment or something. Has anyone bought anything recently that they absolutely love and think that every craft should have? I just want to know, just in case there's anything out there that I desperately need to have. Yeah, no, I'm very happy with that. I don't normally do this sort of style of stuff, but yeah, they're looking great on the front with my cluster of labels. It's very Vivian, isn't it? Very Vivian at the Paper Letter blog. And if I do lots of Nouveau drops around, that'll be really nice. And then she opens up and she gets to see this girl here, and she'll have some more purple here, like the Nouveau drops. What I might do is I'll probably put something over here to say like sentiment, or not sentiment, do a sentiment over here that says something like letter inside, or I might just, yeah, I'll pop a label here to say this is, let's do the label now to see whether we have, yeah, we'll pop a label that says what's inside. I haven't got anything here that I like the look of. That's probably too white. But I will find something, I think, that allows me to do a label here that says what's in the pocket when it comes to it, so that she knows what's inside this pocket. And then over here, I think we're good for the decoration. Like, I don't think we need any decoration on the back. So yes, I think I'm happy with that. And I'm gonna find some goodies and pop some goodies in there for her, because it's an envelope swap for Vivian. I'm gonna try and make some envelope, like the mini envelopes that you've probably seen. But yeah, it's definitely very Vivian, isn't it? I've channeled my inner Vivian. So there we go. Thank you so much for everyone that's been here and chatting along with me. I'm sorry at some points that I've just gone straight into my own world of crafting and gone, I'm just gonna concentrate on this cluster. But yeah, I'm happy with that. I will finish it off. I'll probably do a project share of it, so that I can pop it up on the channel and show everyone how it turned out. And what I'll do is I'll have the project share, but show you what goodies I included inside. So I will leave you here because it is 8:35 in the morning. I should probably go and get some breakfast, have a cup of tea, and yeah, I might even have a nap this afternoon because I've woken up so early. Not by choice. Yeah, lovely to see you, Robin. Thank you so much for popping in. Um, really, really good to see you, Bethany. I have a feeling that Mandy might still be here, but she is probably just listening along. Thank you, Emma, for popping in. Let's see who else we had. We had Janaea, and we had Crafty Crystal, and we had Roz. I wonder whether she's still here, whether she's listening or whether she headed off. And then we had, is it Charis? And then we had B Thimbles. And, oh, who was the other one we had? Oh, Billy. Yeah, fantastic. So thank you all so much for coming in and watching. I've really, really enjoyed having you here to have a chat and to actually craft. I can't believe I've managed to get one of my swaps done already by 8:35. Well, started at least, and I can literally just fill it up with some goodies and put some Nuvo drops on and let them dry over the weekend. So very, very cool. Thank you so much. Definitely had a good time because it's given me inspiration. All right, everyone. Lots and lots of crafty love from me. Take care. Have a great weekend, and I will see you in the next video. All right, everyone. Bye.